What is Suga BTS really hiding behind his silence? And why are fans only now starting to notice the signs? What if everything ARMY thought they understood about Suga was only the surface of a much deeper story? What if the quiet moments, the subtle expressions, the pauses between words, and even the silence itself were not emptiness but clues? Before you read further, ask yourself this. Have you truly been watching closely enough? If this question already makes your heart beat faster, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, because what you are about to read may change the way you see Suga BTS forever, and your voice matters in this conversation. What is Suga BTS hiding? That question has been echoing louder than ever across fan communities, timelines, and late-night discussions. For years, Min Yoongi has been known as the quiet genius of BTS, the producer who speaks through music more than words, the man whose honesty cuts deeper precisely because it is rare. But lately, fans have begun to feel that something is different. Not dramatically different at first glance. No scandals. No explosive announcements. Just a feeling. A subtle shift. A sense that behind his calm demeanor, something unspoken is waiting to be understood. It started not with a statement but with absence. Not disappearance but distance. Fans notice fewer spontaneous interactions, a more controlled presence, a reserved tone that felt heavier than before. Was it simply maturity? Exhaustion? Or was it something else entirely? The questions didn't arrive all at once. They crept in quietly, just like Suga himself often does, slipping between moments and settling deep in the minds of those who have followed him for years. Suga has always been honest about pain. From the earliest days of BTS, his lyrics revealed struggles with mental health, identity, pressure, and self-worth. He never romanticized suffering, yet he never hid from it either. That openness became his signature. So when the openness began to feel different, fans noticed. Not gone, just altered. More guarded, more internal. As if the door was still there but no longer fully open. What made fans uneasy was not what Suga said, but what he didn't say. In interviews, his answers became more measured. In public appearances, his smiles seemed softer, more fleeting. In performances, the intensity remained, but there was a new layer. An emotional restraint that felt intentional. Was he protecting himself? Protecting something else? Or preparing for a moment that hadn't arrived yet? Some fans began rewatching old content. Interviews from years ago suddenly felt prophetic. Lines from songs took on new meanings. Lyrics once interpreted as reflections of the past now sounded like warnings. Hints. Signals hidden in plain sight. Was Suga telling a story that was still unfolding? One that fans were only beginning to understand now? The emotional connection between Suga and ARMY has always been built on trust. Trust that his words, when they come, matter. Trust that silence is never meaningless. That is why the current silence feels louder than ever. Fans are not accusing him of deception. On the contrary, they are worried because they care. Because they feel that Suga is carrying something alone again. And ARMY knows what that can mean. There is a certain weight that comes with being understood too well by millions of people. Suga once said that music was his way of surviving. But what happens when survival requires quiet instead of expression? What happens when the person who helped others feel seen begins to step back from being seen himself? Some fans believe the signs are emotional. They point to moments where Suga seems lost in thought, where his eyes linger just a second longer, where laughter feels more like relief than joy. Others believe the signs are artistic. His recent works feel more introspective, more layered, as if he is speaking to himself as much as to the audience. And then there are those who believe the signs are personal, connected to growth, change, and the heavy reality of time passing. The most unsettling part is that no one can say for sure. And maybe that's the point. Suga has never asked to be decoded like a puzzle. Yet he has always left pieces of himself in his art. The difference now is that the pieces feel incomplete. Like part of the picture is missing, intentionally withheld. Fans have started asking uncomfortable questions. Is Suga tired of being strong? Is he protecting his inner world from being consumed by expectations? Is there a chapter of his life he has chosen not to share yet? Or is he simply evolving, becoming someone who no longer needs to explain himself? Emotionally, this uncertainty has brought ARMY closer together. Comment sections are filled with concern, love, and speculation. Not gossip but empathy. Fans reminding each other that idols are human. That silence can be self-care. That growth doesn't always look loud. Yet the question remains, pulsing beneath every supportive message. What is he hiding? Perhaps the most powerful clue lies in Suga's consistency. Even as he grows quieter, his dedication never wavers. His work ethic remains unshaken. His respect for fans is unchanged. That suggests not withdrawal but intention. A deliberate choice to hold something back until the right moment. And if history has taught ARMY anything, it's that when Suga speaks, it's because he has something important to say. Could this be the calm before a revelation? A new artistic era? A deeply personal confession waiting for the right space? Or is the revelation already happening, just not in words? Maybe the signs fans are noticing are not warnings but invitations. Invitations to listen differently, to observe without demanding, to support without prying. There is also the reality of time. BTS members are no longer rookies chasing recognition. They are artists with legacies, with scars, with responsibilities that go far beyond music charts. Suga, in particular, has carried the weight of expectations as both an idol and a producer. Perhaps what fans are seeing is not concealment, but boundaries. And boundaries, while healthy, can feel frightening to those used to open doors. Still, emotions don't lie. An ARMY is feeling something shift. Not away from them but inward. As if Suga is turning a page that fans are not meant to read yet. That doesn't mean the story is ending. It may mean it's deepening. What makes this moment so powerful is the shared silence. Fans are choosing patience over entitlement, concern over speculation, love over demands. And in that space, something rare is happening. An artist is being allowed to exist as a human being, not just a source of content. Yet curiosity remains. And curiosity is not betrayal. It's connection. The desire to understand someone who has helped you feel understood. That's why this question refuses to fade. What is Suga BTS hiding? Maybe the better question is, what is he protecting and why does it matter so much right now? As you reflect on this, ask yourself how you interpret silence. Do you see it as distance or as depth? Do you feel anxious when answers don't come immediately? Or do you trust the timing of those you care about? Suga's journey has never been about instant gratification. It has always been about honesty, even when that honesty takes time. If you felt this shift too, if you've noticed the signs, the pauses, the emotions that words can't fully capture, you're not alone. Join the conversation. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Suga is hiding something? Or simply becoming something new? Like this article if it resonated with you. And subscribe for more deep dives into the moments that shake fandoms at their core. Because sometimes, the quietest stories are the ones worth listening to the most.